Hello, everybody. My name is Jeremy. This is Red Beans Recording Modular, and today we're taking a look at the Synth's Mutant machine. This was made by Hexinverter, and now Synth is doing it for us. It is a percussion generator. It has a membrane section and a snappy/noise section. The membrane section is made up of two oscillators there on the left. We only have the first one open right now, or turned up right now. Here's the pitch control for that. Turn this down. We'll get back to scan frequency in a bit. This is a really cool control. I just switched trigger over there on the left, and now I can switch between three different waveforms for each of the oscillators. Perfecto. I like this mellow one. There's an accent control underneath the trig control, and if we plug a cable into that, we can send gates to this, and we'll create a nice accent on some of our hits. Yeah, there it is. There is an output drive that you see I currently have all the way up. I pretty much only use this with it all the way up, but it does turn down. We have a pitch envelope. Kind of wish the pitch envelope went a little harder, but we can do some pitch decay negatively and positively, which is good for percussion sounds. There is a pitch CV input. It does not seem to track 1 volt per octave from what I can tell, but you can pitch the signal around if you want to using CV. That would be a great place to put an envelope signal. Let's bring in the second oscillator in the membrane, and we can detune this to the first wave. There's our decay control for the membrane. All right, let's play around with scan frequency. So this will scan between the three waveforms for each of the membranes. We can actually send it a clock into that clock input there, and we will be able to trigger the scanning with an external source. So this could be an oscillator, or in this case, it is a signal from the acid rain constellation that's clocked with our clock. So you can get rhythmic variations to your to your membranes, and you can set one of them to not switch, like I'm doing right now, to get even more variation. But the real fun happens when you unclock this thing and turn the scan frequency up into audio rates. Let's do that now. Listen to that aliasing. So cool. Get nice clangy little cymbal sounds when the scan frequency is way up in audio rate. This metallic clanging is super cool. All right, let's go ahead and explore the snappy side. We're going to turn up snappy in and level, and you're going to hear first off a click. You can see we have a control for click on the upper left. Turn that click down, turn it up. Nice little transient click there. Turn up level, and we'll start to hear the noise generator. Decay control, and there is a pitch control which downsamples the noise. Love that sound. Percussion break. Let's use them both together. slots right into this mix. It's great. There are a whole bunch of outputs on this. That was the main out. We also have the noise out. No decay on that, just the straight up noise out. We have the waves out, which is a combined signal of both waves. It does have the pitch envelope, but does not have any of the VCA work. The pitch decay output, so a little envelope from that. Clock output, this is the scan frequency clock. If you clock the thing from an external clock, this clock does not change, so that's something to keep in mind, both good and bad. Finally, we have individual wave outs. So there's wave 2 and wave 1. And that is our introduction to this baby. Let's go. All right, so we're going to be using a whole bunch of CV. We're going to be triggering it with Renee here. We're also sending some CV from Renee into like decay of the membrane and the other portions of it. Our sequences are coming from the Acid Rain Constellation, and we'll be eventually turning up modulation here from the Acid Rain Maestro. So we're just going to throw a whole bunch of modulation at this and listen to how it sounds. That's pretty much it. This is a jam section. One cool thing we have not yet explored is that there is an input for both the waves and for, there's the wave input, and for snappy in. So wave 1 and snappy 1, wave 1 and snappy in, you can send external signals into there. So we're going to take this oscillator, this pizza oscillator here from Bastel, and we're going to take the output of this and put it into wave 1. Let me get that cable. There we go. There it is. Okay, so that sequence you hear, there's our pitch sequence for it right there, and a gate sequence coming out of Hermod. That is the pizza oscillator being pitched by Hermod, and the gate sequence is going over to the Erica Sense thing. And track 3 is our accents. So now if I adjust this, you're going to hear that oscillator going through the VCA and overdrive sections of the Mutant machine. You can also bring in the second oscillator still. Nice nice and crunchy as it fights against that first one. Let's go ahead and send something into this snappy in. So remember, this was our noise and transient generator. I'm going to go ahead and take the output of this piston Honda wavetable oscillator here and put it into the snappy in. That's that noise you're hearing right now. All right, now if I adjust this, you can hear that we're adjusting. Oh, let me turn down the membrane. There it is. That's our wavetable going into the snappy in. What if we use an actual noise source like the Buffaco noise plethora? Well, this is going to sound pretty good too. Let's plug it in. Now we have all this noise to play with. And bring in that membrane, and we have a super customized little voice here. Sounds fantastic. All right, last demo. You're hearing a sample right here from the Bitbox Micro. 2 samples, actually.
2, 1, 0.
One is plugged into the wave in, and the other one is plugged into snappy in.
1.
Here's our wave in 1.
All engine running.
3. If we come back here and start turning down the membrane decay, we're going to hear something fun.
3, 2, 1.
That's right. You can use this to percussively process any signal. Let's bring up that snappy. Our snappy signal is the speech from JFK. I think it's a really, really cool effect. And you can do this with anything. In a second, I will load up some pad samples and have them go into both of the channels of this. So those gated pad sounds are 2 different pads passing into wave and snappy in. My friends, is the Ericson's /Hexinverter Mutant machine, a really cool percussion generator that has some fun additional tricks up its sleeve. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I want to thank Ericsson for sponsoring it. Let's check out what my dog is doing. There she is. Hey, baby.